Be aiming for that here, looking at mid one. Yeah, he's got his null and his double tangos. It's not going to happen. Could have potentially done like a dual lane mid with the AM or something like that, but I guess with an Enigma, you're not really willing to weaken your lanes too much. But Fnatic, standard stuff so far. Mushi already expending a lot of mana. His Blink.
He didn't even buy his items. Is he just gonna like run all the way home? Is that the play?
Guess so. I mean, he's got no mana left, so he's kind of got to go back to regen. Safe lane AM, Ohio off lane Darkseer, nothing too out of the ordinary there, or nothing out of the ordinary at all. But TNC, they could go aggro if they wanted to. 10 aggressive jungle, Doctor plus Vengeful Spirit, they've got some good range, decent lockdown and damage, just AM out of lane. And they've got the opportunity to roam through onto mid if they really desire, with the Chen plus Witch Doctor. Teehee, Jakiro, that's how exactly he does. And if you also know, or if you have an inclination that maybe Fnatic have warded up your own jungle, then it's going to be even better for you to go aggro jungle, TNC.
I mean, it's one of these nice scenarios. You want to be shutting down the anti-mage, you don't want to allow him to get anywhere near to that earlier battle fury. Just you don't need to kill him over and over and over again, but the later the battle fury comes online, it's just more of a buffer that you have. It's this push squad that you don't feel pressured by Mushi over on the side lane. You're always seeing him popping up on your mini-map when you're all grouped as 5, and you're like, okay, we have to go back soon. The longer you can delay it, the better it's going to end up being, and they have a perfect team for going aggro try. I mean, that's one of the best benefits of the bench carry.
Oh, those funny moments when two guys walk up opposite ramps and they do the exact same mirror movements. AU and Net, they did like they literally mirrored each other. Walk up the ramp, they did like this little dance back and forth. Hang on a second, why are you here? What are you doing over in my jungle? Hit each other a couple of times, but it's going to be Chen that takes the first creep, grabs himself down as we get a little bit of lag. Okay, to clear itself up. So, Mushi, currently down here with the Disruptor. Net gonna be in a pretty sticky situation, keeping himself alive on his bottom lane as AU got out the pull, farm himself up as well, but it's actually gonna be Mushi and Net that will find the opening onto AU's Chen, and he's dropping low already. There's a blink aggressively forward from Mushi if he needs it, but he's not gonna throw it just yet, forcing Chen back out of this jungle.
Those early boots.
The lane doesn't exist anymore. The lane has become the jungle becomes the lane, and the Chen drags the wave back to farm it up.
Oh, Sam's being dove top here. Ohio, they're deep.
Damage is okay.
Oh, regret? Oh, this is close.
He's got a TP as well, but he doesn't know the DJ is here. He's going to come in with the Eidolons. There's no stun. Still a level 1 Enigma, realizing his jungle has been taken over. Ohio? One more hit. Not going to get it. DJ, he's got the Malefice with the Iron Shell. Sam H. Now the regret swings back. Nature's Prophet's going to be your first blood. Denied out. Darkseer to a neutral creep. Bait and switch. He thought he had the Darkseer, but instead bought himself a tombstone. Down towards the bottom lane though. Mushi just trying to get these last hits in, and he's doing very well, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how that's possible, honestly. I guess there's quite a few creeps still down here for Raven to catch up, but it's interesting that DJ's head left to the top lane, right? Like, instead of trying to do this little bit of a contest where the Enigma's kind of in there with the Eidolons battling it up, and he's gone top, and they've said, alright, well, we can at least dominate Sam H. Like, we know how much of an impact he has in the game as well, and we're just going to rely on Mushi to get his farm. He's doing shockingly well, I have to say.
He also found a kill on the mid lane. One dropped. Getting out in last hits, almost doubling up on Teehee's last hit count here, actually. At least the Jakiro's got his bottle, now with an illusion rune up, he could look for another kill off the mid one who's pushing very far forward in this lane. Aggressive stuff, and Net has been forced back out of his jungle again. This is just a dance of the devil between these two. Thunderstrike is annoying AU, but AU's got the Centaur to stomp and hit away at the Disruptor. Now with mid one actually coming in with a blast decrep, AU's very low in mid one. He doesn't have his boots, but he's got movement speed up the wazoo, but AU's going to deny himself to the Ancients. Oh, there. It's interesting that Mushi has been kind of given this room and is able to farm so freely on this bottom lane.
Yeah, it's... I don't know, I guess just has enough tangos that they don't feel like they can do anything here, with the Chen just moving around. It does feel like maybe just keep that up, right? Like, are you going to be able to do that much against mid one? They'll just spam out any sort of Chen creeps that come in. He's got a little bit of defensive possibilities using the decrep. And is he really the one that you want to be focusing right now? I mean, Sam H is getting destroyed up here.
He's got his 2 nulls though. Sam H has got his double nulls, double fairy fire as well. Double everything, buy a couple of pair of boots if he wants to. But yeah, tier 1 is gone. The Eidolon's definitely helping out here. Not the most conventional pushing lineup, or pushing lane, I should say. But DJ's getting his levels, level 3.5 by 4 minutes. By no stretch of the imagination is that good. But it's reasonable for what he's had to kind of make of this game, being forced around the map and to an awkward little spot there. But we're going to see the Dark Troll come in from AU, and this might lead to a kill towards the mid. Trap into Breathe Fire, plus the Liquid Fire. Dual Breath even, not Breathe Fire. It's not Dragon Knight, it's a Jakiro. It's a twin-headed dragon, not the single-headed dragon. This one's very low on the old HP as well, but AU's decided that it's bottom lane they want to really apply this emphasis. Mushi from farming himself up, because 17 last hits, it looked good before, but honestly, this is exceptional farm against an aggro try.
And in the top lane as well. They're just getting the job done from the side of Fnatic. And they're so deep with Ohio, but the rotations can't really come through, right? It's a chance. If he shows up, his creep can't, so kind of stuck wherever he makes his big rotation to. Net is still level 2, so they really want to get this pressure in, because the Disruptor seems like a free kill. Like, once you can actually get a hold of him, you've got the cast, you've got the magic missile to be thrown out, and then by getting rid of the Disruptor, it applies so much more pressure onto Mushi.
Who's in trouble here, Teehee or DJ? Enigma came in to try and trap the Jakiro, but with the Breathe Fire down onto the Adlong, trying to slow this push up a little bit more. Teehee, not focusing
Darker,
on
who has
heroes.
the push draft here? I'm getting confused.
I don't know, there's two tier 1 towers dead already. Fnatic are just crushing these lanes, but with the TP coming into Sam H, oh, he misreads the situation. I think DJ, dual breath there, nice little shimmy across, it looks like fine.
Even as TP if he needs it.
Happening for TNC. They've done barely any damage to the tier 1 down the bottom lane. They've not really been able to control equilibrium for this lane. Fnatic doing an exceptional job. And Net still hasn't died. I thought he'd be the fresh meat on this bottom lane just for TNC to run at him over and over again to kill him. And like you said, you don't need to kill the AM, but delaying Battle Fury and forcing him out of lane is really the key thing here for you to do. He's going to get trapped up, but it's not enough damage to kill him off. Mushi just stands his ground and says, you know what, we'll bait you on in. The wall is dropped and Raven trapped in. The surge away from Ohio, the cask is out, but the damage output is going to be good enough. Mushi blinks forward, but the Mana Void doesn't throw it out, but mid one will clear up Chen creeps. Killed off the one roll Venge. TNC, aggressors once more. Getting anything out of it?
And props to Mushi. I don't know how he has 26 last hits.
But now it is the mid anti-mage. He's transitioned towards the mid lane. Ring of Bassi, Quelling Blade, Stout Shield. I guess. I don't know if he goes for treads first. The ability to play aggressively when the rest of your lineup is actually flourishing very well so far. You know, mid one's going to have his arcane boots, head into the ether lens, get your ags up and running. You just got this massive burst of magical nuke damage coming from your Pugna. The one thing they're missing really is Net's level 6, but that's going to come naturally as DJ, he's caught, Jakiro finds him, another Liquid Fire will secure this kill, and TNC they find something for their troubles.
Yeah, and you can't see just how much damage you can throw here from this mid Jakiro. Already level 7 at 7 minutes, it just means that level 4 Liquid Fire is going to be able to shred any of these lower level individuals around the map. Even if it is just a level 5 Enigma, who is working on the mech. He's only got the headdress and in towards the buckler, but... Oh wow, he just got Mushi. Okay.
Oh dear.
How does that happen?
Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure.
Hey,
Ohio.
Underestimated the Liquid Fire.
Purge creep, purge him up, slow him down. Nope. Get him there. They've slowed him again, but the TPs are coming in thick and fast here with Teehee's damage output, though. Ohio's in a spot of bother. He's not going to drop the wall, not going to bother with that. Again, the purge comes through AU. Skills and Thunderstriker down onto him, but Net will just walk it off and get himself away. So finally, TNC with the push draft they've got, they get themselves to tier 1. And DJ pushes forward pretty aggressively, knowing TNC have a bunch of heroes around, but it's just buying time for Mushi. Respawns, heads up the top. He's got himself the headdress now. A little more lane sustain, deal with this damage over time that comes out of TNC.
I assume this will be the Veil, right?
Jackie? Yeah. I'm not sure. After last game, could go for a Midas, you know?
Oh yeah, true.
Could go for a Blink even, actually, if he wanted to. And he's just going to track down Mushi, trace him across the map. Look at him. Mushi, this is just so awful to handle. Even buying himself salves to try and deal with this damage over time that's coming through. DJ's caught by the Chen and the Witch Doctor, though. So again, we see this kind of transition from laning stage win by Fnatic to TNC kind of scraping themselves back in little by little, but it's just these kind of jigsaw puzzle pieces that TNC have managed to push together. They don't fit gently or softly into place. They've kind of hewn them and sawn out the little bits and made sure they slam together and fit them in. They've got map control. They've got tier 1 after tier 1. Radiant jungle is all theirs, and look at the positioning of Fnatic right now. They're all in the dire jungle.
I mean, look at the map. It's 9 minutes right now. And there's one tier 1 left on the Radiant side, and they're all gone on the dire. This is one of the stranger games of Dota 2 you're gonna see, honestly.
Tier 2 dropping. I mean, Roshan is a relatively simple takeout here for TNC as well. Dire side, easy access. They've a firm grasp on this game so far. Just look at mid one from DJ. Enigma not yet even level 6. He was doing okay, but now getting closer to 10 minutes. You need this Enigma black hole. It's such an imperative part of your draft and your lineup here to have the black hole as that imminent threat up against TNC when they push on in. They don't even want to go back to Roshan. They want to push high ground here.
Thing about the Nether Blast, it's good up against the big swarms and everything, but it does not have good range.
Swap back mid one.
He gets swapped in.
Ward is down, but Raven, he's still healing himself up through this. Glimpse back. This should secure the kill though, as he's dragged back behind the tier 3. Finally right click down, but the Vengeful Spirit isn't the key hero here. He's swapped in for a kill onto Pugna. But look for even more damage onto the tier 3. This is that's an acceptable loss there really for TNC. Anything else is going to come of this? That's Mushi. For the Mana Void, 2 TPs out. He won't find them. Teehee though turns back with a Breathe Fire. Maybe wants to try and fight up against Net. He knows that he can't really get himself out of this position as Mushi blinks forward with the Iron Shell up on him. Not committing for this because they've got the glimpse back. To the field. Into the Mana Void. No.
Wall in Mana Void might have been a little unnecessary.
More packs.
I'm not sure. Alright.
More packs.
Hey you. Alright.
More packs.
Whatever. I'm done.
More packs. He's bought a Midas on the Chen again.
Done. Alright, so now this time, I actually talked to Scan in between games because the Midas, like obviously the game, I would agree, it wasn't really going to a plan the first time, right? It was kind of like, uh-oh, this isn't going to be as easy as we thought, we're going to have to wait a little while. I'm going to get a Midas so that I thought he was going to go mech into the eggs using the Midas, having a kind of a, like you still take the early time, you just push it back about 12 minutes and go for the same thing. The Midas helps you in that, right? Get the levels up, yada yada yada. And they had that massive push mid, and the buyback from Teehee, and the dive by the Gyro, everything fell apart. So this time, as long as it doesn't fall apart, I'm okay with the Midas, but they gotta play around it this time, you know?
Haha.
Just
The bait of the tower. The glyph is there. Well played by TNC. Catches mid one. I mean, he was pretty screwed. He went back for the tower just as kind of a collateral thing. But up at top, Ohio, he's being spied out and scouted. The surge. MH. Gonna throw his Nature's Wrath and maybe now look for the Sprout as the Jive's coming out of Ohio trying to dodge out from the Centaur. Sam H. No phase boots. He's got the treads. Gonna be able to get into range for the Sprout, but now it's Fnatic's turn to swing things back around. Gonna catch anyone though, a whiffed kinetic field, but they've got the glimpse back onto the Chen, drags him back, but look at this, Static Storm's late, they don't actually catch him, there's no kill potential left anymore until Antimage comes through. Mushi wants to try and right-click down, Samage is Nature's Prophet, but the send back, he'll bring him back to base, and Mushi can't get the Mana Void through, he's not gonna be enough damage, he can't keep the vision up either. Oh, the commitment is there, but the kill is not as TNC. In the meantime, take out Roshan.
took them a little while there with just 3 heroes, but they got her done. This is hilarious. Once again, the towers look like they're about to become even, unless they do back away here. They might be forced to. Oh, the haste rune from Teehee.
EJ in a trouble. He's got Black Hole, but there's no one behind him. The cavalry is not available. He'll pop his mech and just TP out. There's damage output and there's a stun. The ice wall through from Teehee. Clear up another. Now Mushi, he was doing very well in the initial stages, and we were looking at his Battle Fury timing, right, Mopax? We were looking at his Battle Fury timing,
Fury,
right,
yeah,
right, Mopax?
Right?
Yeah. He's gone Treads, Headdress, Aquila, and now into Yasha. Honestly, against an Orchid Nature's Prophet, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's understandable. I get that it's going to be kind of more of a fighting game, right? Like, you're feeling like this pressure is just way too intense.
Damage. Back, Raven keeps him alive. The Iron Shell's down though, and this damage output is pretty unbearable for the Vengeful Spirit, but it's going to be enough. Now he turns back on the net, the heal is through from the hand of God. And Raven with Sam H, they drop low. But killing them off and playing that to a T. I guess they still had Aegis over on the Vengeful Spirit, so they did have a fallback if they needed it. But keeping this Aegis is so important. When you want to push tier 1, tier 2 top, and maybe even the last remaining lane tower middle lane.
Yeah,
you want that
especially
fallback.
with Avenge, because you know that she's kind of your initiation in this lineup, you know, like with the swap, so Aegis extremely crucial here. If mid one wants to come up, and the exact same thing is likely to happen. Like, he has the Nether Blast, the creeps. He still is the big wave player, so if you can find that swap out, then the Aegis is just going to help secure that you do survive. Oh, I like this as well, starting to build up into a Crimson Guard from Ohio. No Blink Dagger, though.
Mid one should be fine to TP out. Sam H realizes that he's got to swap targets. I guess the fact you've got mech on your Enigma. That Crimson Guard on the Dark Seer can help you up against what? Chen Creeps, the Nature's Prophet, little Treants. Pretty good against, you know, minus armor from Vengeful Spirit even. Always going to be the issue of finding a catch, finding that initiation for Fnatic, because Glimpse is, you know, decent. But you want to catch multiple heroes, maybe this is the way you do it. Catch Raven, drag him back. Over the Aegis though, not the key target you really want to go in for.
She's in the back.
Oh, you're right. He's being spotted and scouted though.
He misses it.
This is trajectory. This is wasted farming time for him because you've got Sam H still with a TP available. Orchid nearly completed for the Nature's Prophet as they just take tower after tower. TNC have full firm grasp of this game. 4 heroes in the top 5 are all dire in terms of net worth. The Chen's Midas. What's he got himself after? So Midas Arcanes, 1400 gold. Do you, what do you think he goes for now? Doesn't seem a fan of the mech.
Is it? I mean, is this really the two teams that we're going to keep guessing items?
Yes, it's a fun game, because we're always wrong. It's fun when we're wrong, Mopax. The chat laughs at us and goes, forehead, forehead. Stupid idiot casters, never going to guess what item they're going to pick up next. We got the Orchid Nature's Prophet right, but that's kind of just super obvious, you know. Jakiro, you called the Veil, you got one.
Yeah,
You got one, well played. He's got another 2k gold. What do you think's going to happen next? Yule Scepter's pretty standard.
Yeah, I think the Yules. I did like the Blink, honestly. It's not bad either. Oh, AU. Ushi's just giving him the love.
Slap him around a bit. Oh. B from Sam H. Thought he could catch someone. Fnatic, one step ahead, realizing that this aggression from TNC is not unwarranted. Game number 1 was a little bit annoying, and now it's revenge time for TNC, honestly. If they can take one game off Fnatic here, Fnatic haven't lost in We Play League yet. 7-0, they've just been storming themselves up the ladder, getting themselves towards the top spot in the group stage, which is currently held by Maneski, who are they're 10-4, I believe? If I remember correctly. I don't have it open, I'm just trying to go off memory. It's not undoable. It's not an easy feat, though, against these SEA teams with some bigger names still yet to play. Fnatic really need every win they can get, so quelling this push in from Raven, who's actually just walking up at the high ground. Zcrap is there, but the tier 3 tower is gone, and Raven still has Aegis for another 30 seconds. So I think it's go time. Just walk yourself in, try and bait it out, lose this life because you don't really need to keep the Aegis for too much longer. The Midnight Pulse out, and that Macro Fire down. It's the unpassable ridge for either team. Difficult decisions to be made. And it's still...
He went for the 2 points in the Macropire, which is a little bit unusual. He might be going eggs.
Static Storm, Raven, he's caught, there's nothing to save him. TNC, back out.
Oh, it's in home!
Hello there! I didn't even see the animation.
Yeah, it was like coincided with the Mana Void as well, so it kind of looked like he just pooped.
Yeah, Raven just disappears back to base. Good stuff. Well played by AU. Quick on the money once the glimpse came out. It's the Faith back to base. 2,400 gold up now on your Chen as well, so it looks like he's going to be heading into the Aghanims again. Save up to 3,000 gold, you know, make us double guess. I think he's going to go for something fancy, but the Aghanim Scepter is likely what he's going to be heading into. Ushi got his Manta style, and Vlad's not too far away. Headdress obviously was his primary item he picked up.
They're going to find AU with that smoke. Poor guy.
Oh, Chen. Poor Chen indeed. 2
He had a
minutes.
killing spree.
Yeah, so he did. Killing and nabbing all these kills.
And his Midas was on cooldown. Oh.
Oh dear, was it? Oh, tragic. Tragic stuff. Did he lose all of his army as well? Where are all the Chen creeps? They're all gone.
There's a Wild Wing chilling up by the Ancients. That's about it.
It's
A
going-
lone creep.
It's gonna go and catch Mushi. Go on, throw out the Cyclone, catch Mushi. You know you want to. You can do it. Raven, Mithril Hammer, BKB, Desolator. What do you reckon, actually?
Top lane. Looks like there's engagement here.
Oh, mid one, Netherward's down, but he's already dead. The Decrypt to suck out Teehee, but Wayward Terror comes through and clears up that one, and the swap back will catch Ohio. But not under the tier 2. Well, tier 2's dead, denied out by Jakiro. The wall, vacuum wall, catches the 3, and Ohio makes them realize he's not the easiest of targets to actually bring down, and they do kill off the Chen once more, but over in the back end, DJ. Okay, he's got his mech. The heal. Damage. Not quite got enough damage here to finish him off. The Orchid is available. And DJ, can you actually mech and TP out of this one? He's got no TP. He can buy a blink from the slide shop. He's got enough money, but DJ's just dancing around trying to escape. The blink is brought back in base. I thought maybe he could get himself towards the slide shop and finish that one up, but Ohio tried to come in to save his teammate here. Instead, just proving that he is a ballsy motherfucker. Doesn't care about any of these guys. Sprout through for Samh, but the Death Ward is channeled through. The cask is bouncing, but silenced up by the Static Storm. And Samh actually dropping very low. The Iron Shell damage, it's killing him off. The Mood Restoration needs to heal him up a little bit more. Come to nothing in the end. Ulti's expended. Wall for Death Ward. The mecha on the Chen has picked up now. That maybe bolsters this TNC lineup a little bit more and gives them the potential impetus to push forward and finish off the racks of bot that they started a long time ago.
I wonder if then, yeah, okay, so it is gonna be that BKB for Raven. All right, I like that. I think the BKB is gonna fit well with this whole Midas Chen idea. With the mechanism, I think they can make something happen this time. They just can't overextend like last game.
Pugna. Squishy little guy. I mean, what even is his HP at this point? 900? Something like that? He's level 11. Maybe it goes to 1,000? Like, his stat gain's not great. Let's be real. 1.2 strength in per level. He starts off with pretty awful base HP. He just needs to tank up. He needs his Aghanim Scepter as quickly as he possibly can. You know, Ether Lens just does it for you. Well, Mushi up at top, Vlad's Manta. He's split pushing away, but he's not doing enough damage here to the tower. And the TP comes in, the Manta style will pop. But AU's already ready and waiting. The great play here from him. The Chen traps him in. Mushi, blink again, forward aggressively. Gonna TP out up on top of the high ground, and there's nothing to stop him. The rest of the team is actually battling it out. Down towards mid lane, Cask is thrown. And with Maldic Death Ward down, Net is going to drop. DJ, the Macro Pyre, tries to get himself up, and Net, he's going to drop as well. But the actual Connect Field down is not going to be enough to quell the baffling power of TNC. Maybe with Ohio backing back Teehee into the wall, but Mushi doesn't want to fight. The Netherward is still blasting away at the Witch Doctor. But still, Mushi, hungry. Ice Path stops him. Winter G Smallstone going to try and walk himself away. The Mana Void is through, but it's still 300 HP. The blast is there, but it's not just enough. AU's out with a mech to heal up his teammate. And here they go again. TNC barreling down the mid lane. 2 are dead. They'll come back up in a couple of seconds. They've got their black hole ready as well for the next team fight. But it's Roshan that they'll want within the next minute or so.
And what sort of potential do we have there? There's still no Blink Dagger. I feel like that should be the next pickup here for the Darkseer, and maybe then they'd have something for the Roche Pit, you know, give them an edge there perhaps.
Oh, the blink into Orchid, Ice Path, DJ, Enigma, no black hole for you, but it's the suck out. He's dropping low and he's killed off. No, he's not. The Swarm's there. Malphite, he's being kept alive and set back by the Chen as well. Dear Lord, Raven swaps back to Kiro, healed up by the Chen, kept alive.
He's actually unkillable. 1,500 gold. 4-stab Yule's Veil.
1 in 5. You want a bold prediction, Mopax?
I gotta say, man, this this is one of the better mid Jakiros you'll see. Honestly, it never seems to go this well, but. Even at the beginning it wasn't going that well, but just a couple quick picks with Liquid Fire, somewhere in between kind of that 7 to like 11 minute range, it seemed people were just messing with the Jakiro when they shouldn't have been. And it allowed him to kind of get into this unstoppable lead. I mean, he's second highest on his team. Oh, but speak of the devil.
You'll step up, though. Go the Decrepify back into the wall, but there's the black hole from DJ. Catches 3! And TNC gonna regret trying to save Teehee there. They're looking forward to Mushi now gonna try and chase down AU, but the troll traps in the central stomp's not gonna be on the mark, and AU's gonna get out as well. Demolished by Fnatic's Wombo combo. They got them in the choke point. They got them where they wanted them. And now they're gonna take tier 2, they're gonna take Roshan and take full control of the map. But, Moppax, once TNC are all alive, there are no ultis for Fnatic.
How did Ohio get that vacuum off, honestly? That's insane. I really don't know how he got that. No Blink Dagger. Still managed to catch them all. It was like the very tip of the vacuum.
My initial mental reaction was, what the hell is he doing? Because he in my line of vision, he vacuumed the Jakiro away from his team. And then DJ just pops up from nowhere with his blink, and it's just so beautiful. So perfect.
Well, you are correct. You know, no ulti, so you think they probably have to pull back here. It looks like they'll get the rush on before TNC can arrive, though. What do they have? They have the Jakiro. He's kind of the big player here.
Nice
Adios.
Fnatic Fuel is down to try to block the advance, but the BKB blink in from Raven picks it up and takes it. He took the kill as well. Raven, you sneaky little bastard, what are you up to? The kill out onto the net though. Disruptor's gone. The Yule Scepter onto T. He'll send him over to the air, but he's gone. Mushi and DJ pairing up nicely there to bring him out. But the rest of TNC, they're up on the high ground looking for Ohio, forcing him back out of danger, but the Aegis is gone. And Mushi, man, oh man, you've got to be pissed off at this Vengeful Spirit. Swap into BKB. Both kills and steals. Rightfully theirs.
That was sick. Now Ohio working it up here. I don't feel like they can get the skill though, even with the Death Ward. Maybe if he gets the black hole cast, is it working? Oh, the Death Ward! What? The high ground can't see him?
The heal. Ohio wall is dropped, but they've killed off mid one as well, and now Ohio's dropping. This is just a great high ground push from TNC. The racks will fall. Buyback from Ohio's Darkseer. I guess TNC thinking we've not got our Jakiro, the double buyback will secure a kill onto the Nature's Prophet at the very least, and they save their racks. Oh, meanwhile, Mushi pushing up on the top lane. Good structural damage to the tier 3.
Having this pretty crazy games between these two teams. Very back and forth here. AU's got a casual bracer now. Midas pick up, you know, into casual bracer.
Casual bracer. Well, Teehee, on this Jakiro, he's not exactly the late game mid hero that you'd maybe want as we start getting ourselves into the 30-minute mark. Vengeful Spirit, no, she scales decently, but she's not really the epitome of late game carries either. Itemization's very early game focus as well, with, you know, drums, BKB. Now I guess back into style. In Fusel Blade wouldn't be awful here, to be fair. Against Decrep, against the Darkseer. A weird item though, like, Diffusal Blade isn't necessarily a great Venge item. Mushi's caught up on top lane. They've got the Orchid as well. He's still got this Mana start to pop and blink away though. I have to catch him. Mushi maybe in some trouble. Blink up again, available. Manta blink across to the east. They've got vision. They don't have stuns though. The Ice Path barely scraping the backside of Mushi. Clench your butt cheeks, buddy. That was a tight one.
He's got his BKB now. Much safer. There's a pushing across the map.
Back and forth, back and forth. Fnatic are the ones now smoking up and looking for the initiation. Walk around the long way? No, they're going to go straight towards the targets. They know AU's here. No, the Chen is a relatively simple kill. AU trapped on the ramp, but Sam H, he's going to be the secondary one as well. They're going to finish off with Chen relatively simply. The glimpse back to vacuum up as well. AU going to walk it off. He's not dead just yet, but Sam H will die at least. Now the BKB
That's a couple
Mushi.
in a row here now for Sam.
Slides back, they want to fight this one through Ohio. He's got the wall, but there's no vacuum available. They swap back. Crimson Guard solo onto himself, but Teehee himself away with Mushi already blinking aggressively. The wall, whoa, Death Ward through, and Ohio's gone. Net will try and TP out, but Raven, there's no swap or stun. One right click would have done the job. TNC, the buyback, they don't really gain that much from this team fight. A couple of big ultis baited out, but there's still the Enigma Black Hole here if they really want to go and fight. They have to deal with that.
Man, these Prophet buybacks, it hurts you so much. Like, he just died 2 times right in a row after not having died for an extremely long time on the hero. And then he buys back and gets glimpsed back to the fountain after orchiding the Enigma.
And he has a Dragon Lance.
Yeah. His progression is just, like, dead now.
I mean, what does Dragon Lance even do for you here?
I think it's just because they want to be going high ground. And the whole point is, like, buy all our items if we were currently sieging the base, and then play around the rest of the game as you know, as required, but they haven't been able to get back into that foothold.
Mushi has been a pain in the ass. And BKB blink, nothing to stop him. That's his BKB down to 8 seconds now. 2 charges already been popped out and utilized by Mushi. Wonder, do TNC have enough in the tank to wait for the next Roshan before they push high ground? It's going to just be a case of do what they did in game number 1, barrel down lane and try and consolidate what they have right now, because they had a reasonable lead. 7,500 was what they were sitting on a good 5 minutes or so. Being scraped away though by Fnatic, almost back to 0. And in fact, Fnatic actually have a 4,000 experience lead. Currently looking at almost level 11 Disruptor, level 15, nearly 16 on the Darkseer, so level 3 Wall is up and running in a short while. Crimson Guard on him, still no Blink. How do you feel about that? No Blink Darkseer.
I don't know, he's Ohio, man. I mean, let's be honest, Blink Dagger, it's an amazing item, bought on every hero, but there's no stats, so if you can still get the job done without it, see how much more value you're getting out of things like Crimson Guard and Shiva's Guard. And Fnatic though, like, down at the laning stage, it seems to be becoming almost a style in these past few days, and they still managed to win the game. It's kind of reminiscent of what Nihon was actually doing at MDL when they were so, you know, famed for, you know, it's kind of what made everyone scared in the kind of Shanghai Majors, that they lost almost every laning stage. Always down after like 10, 12 minutes or so. And still somehow just through big execution and team fights, they're able to come back and just win the game. That's kind of what Fnatic have been up to. Like these pushes coming from TNC.
That's a big item for Enigma though. He's got his BKB, he's just waiting, looking for the opportunity to blink in. BKB's already popped, he's got his blink available, the jump in is available, catches 2 with a black hole, Raven and Samick with the death ward is down. They've got the damage output, but they're still going to finish off. 3 heroes out from TNC as the turnaround from T. He's trying to pick off Mushi, but Mushi does not care. Blinks aggressively, pops his BKB, and now he's looking for the Witch Doctor, turns back to fight the Chikiro. And one by one, Fnatic defend high ground, defend Rax, defend their honor, defend their win streak, and it looks like TNC might have run out. They went heavy, pedal to the metal. But it's Fnatic. They're the runaway train at this point.
I don't know, man.
He's not even done.
Great execution. That's what it comes down to.
He's not even done.
If you draft these combo lineups, sometimes they just don't work out, but put those buttons together. Like, I don't even, you saw how close that kind of looked from Winner, right? And you throw with that ultimate, there was a ton of damage coming up from that Witch Doctor. It almost looked like they could clean it up in the end there, but they don't have that same synergy that you're seeing from Fnatic.
Yeah, the Ags upgraded Witch Doctor ult. I thought, oh god, this is it. This is the turnaround. The black hole is good, but it's not going to be good enough. They only caught 2. But they were just so clean and crisp from Fnatic. They know what their, they know what the acceptable losses in a team fight are. They jump in with Enigma, they lose him. But the rest of the team is kind of on the outskirts, making sure that team fight's working from every single angle. Ohio though, ah man, he's been swapped back into a stun. The kinetic field not going to be able to block out Raven, but they surge away. Stop him, and Raven's BKB once more used. Nothing gained from it.
Well, at least, despite losing that big engagement, you don't get anything pushed down. You're not losing your racks here or anything like that. Do you do that again? Do you feel like that's your only choice? Can you go back to just pushing and farming, or do you just know that there's no way? Sam just needs that one last big item. It's got to be the Scythe, right? You just hope that you can kill Mushi, but he'll just have buyback.
I'd assume so. I'm
Maybe getting a BKB or a Deso, okay.
I'm getting
right,
some...
Just go all in.
Go all in tower killing. I'm getting some super bad lags here. This is not normal for SCA server.
Oh, in the server?
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens to me on SCA too.
Interesting. Roshan up in about 30 seconds or so. See, just trying to keep tabs on it and keep their vision. Glimpse cross. Think. TP out. Yeah. It's okay. I don't know what's going on anymore. BKB popped by Raven. Oh, there's the vacuum wall back in the Static Storm, but Raven still manages to get himself away. The lag is back again. More packs, help me out.
Alright, well, they're not quite getting these team fight ultis together. Like, they've now spent the wall, they've spent the Static Storm, but nothing's come up. I was trying to chase down Sam, but obviously, back in cooldown, nerfed, Ice Frog please, so Sprout will be able to save.
Trying to reconnect. Whatever.
Alright, well, so far it's just happened on the map, really. Mushi, you know, he's farming around. They're trying to push out their lanes here from TNC. It's relatively even. Every lane's essentially at the river. And no concrete plans coming out.
Just this is the first for me. Swear, never happened to me before. Like I've had it on Perfect World servers, but SEA the lag you get is like 2 seconds, one spike, and that's it. This is permanent. Oh, net. They were doing a dance on a ramp before, and then Net's invis blocks out AU. Oh, that's the cutest thing ever. Ohio, Blink Shivers Guard, Crimson Guard as well for him. See the Basher come up for Mushi. Abyssal Blade is about 1800 gold away, but of course he'll want to save up for buyback. While this Pugna pick, you know, mid one has not had the best of games. But the hero's been working out. You know, he's not the pivotal hero here. He's not the linchpin, real playmaker or anything like that in this game. It's plant ward, spam blast, and hope you don't die. You know, he doesn't have to do anything particularly special. There's nothing glorious that comes out of this Pugna. I mean, a couple of times he saved people with his ultimate, trying to, you know, reverse drain them with his Aghanim Scepter. He's a solid old hero in these team fights.
Yeah, it's not really evident what he really contributes during those team fights too, because Nether Blast is kind of all. Combos are ready here for the side of Fnatic. Looks like they're grouping up here, and there's the smoke.
Yeah, lord.
Mushi's just kind of pushing out that mid lane. They're gonna sit behind him.
Connecting does not work. Well, I'm gonna have to play by play through the lag, through the fire and the flames, and see what happens. You're right, Mushi down mid lane with the rest of his team smoked up behind him. Do they make the first jump? Are they going to go in with a blink vacuum onto Teehee and AU? I think they're considering
DJ lost his smoke.
Considering it.
I think they just need this pressure in and head into the Roshan, but look at these wards up from TNC. They're going to know. Be aware of where they're moving to. So can Raven stall the game out even longer with another insane play at the Roshan? Like, that Aegis on Mushi could have been massive. Hard to tell just how much further Fnatic could be right now had they gotten that.
Do TNC have enough damage to kill Mushi during
what disable?
Well, see, I was looking at it and thinking there's Ice Wall and Magic Missile, right? But then there's BKB for Mushi, so actually getting that initial stun onto him is so bloody difficult. Even if you use Ice Wall, Ice Path even, sorry, he's just gonna BKB, turn around and fight you.
They need the black hole cask that just stuck in between two people, like directly next to each other.
They need a hex on someone. I mean, AU on the Chen, he's building into his Aghanim Scepter, but that's not going to give you the lockdown you need against the anti-mage. And if you do go...
Looks like it might be the Jakiro.
Oh, he's got the ultimate orb, doesn't he? That's true. He's not that far away. Maybe as TNC, you're not thinking directly about killing anti-mage in a team fight. Just go into the backlines and, you know, nip it in the bud. Try and catch these big team fight ultimates before they happen. The Enigma. Find the Dox here. Dox here's tanky as all hell, 1700 HP, 30 armor, plus the Crimson Guard, passive and active. And you've got the Enigma with a BKB of his own. Max to heal himself up. Rough stuff all around. We got a BKB over on your Nature's Prophet now, though. Out is Dragonlance, switches into BKB, and that Quarterstaff. I mean, you could rebuy Dragonlance, I guess, if you really wanted to. There's nothing really you can turn that Quarterstaff into. He's already got Orchid, Butterfly. Not the best item on a Nature's Prophet, I don't think, but
definitely
exactly
worth
what happens.
No, sacrifice the 450 gold. It's okay. It did its job. Sure, it was worth the time that you had the extra damage, and well, Teehee obviously not gonna have the buyback here now, but they have the scythe. They really need to kill Mushi now. You've got to imagine, try and get rid of this buyback before he has Aegis, before it just becomes an impossible task. No blink. That comes Jakiro.
Scattered to our Eidolon. They're chasing Mushi. I don't know what they're gonna obtain from this because
Oh,
Mushi
fucking
sees them
Mushi.
smoke in, pop the smoke, blink out. Wasted 50 gold and wasted movement there from TNC, but it's not just that. It's also
trying a
the
backstab.
wrap in from Fnatic. They're scouted by this observer ward, so TNC know exactly what's going to hit them from the southeast. Trying to wait and bide their time. Observer ward for the Radiant, a vision on both sides.
Ohio wants it.
Both of them, like both teams, know exactly what's up. The vacuum door is only going to catch one. Oh, they've got Raven. The BKB popped out as well. Mushi jumps in to try and kill off this vengeful spirit, but it's the Death Ward with a black hole now, trying to cancel this out. But AU's taken out. The hand of God comes through at the last second. But Mushi's anti-mage is abso-freaking-lutely unstoppable. They just cannot keep tabs on him. Teehee with the hex through. They've got damage output galore. But guess what?
Mushi, maybe?
Oh, the stun, the blink. He's not going to be able to survive through this. He just went 20 health. Are you freaking kidding me? Net Connecticut goes Static Storm to get himself out of this one with a TP away as well, and he's gonna successfully return to Fountain. Enigma and Darkseer die, and I guess TNC, what, did they only lose a gen? That's a decent fight for TNC, honestly. Anti-Mage would have been juicy, but that's not too shabby.
Oh man, that's so rough for the side team. So you gotta feel for somebody when you spend so much and 20 HP, your big target slips away. You're right though, they still win the engagement, but the question is, will it be enough to actually push you into some sort of a win condition here? It still feels like you're so far behind,
Aegis and
even with
cheese.
Aegis.
Aegis and cheese. Maybe then you can take high grounds. Now, who do you give it to though? Aegis and Raven, cheese to Teehee? The way to look at it. But it's been so long since they've broken across the river to play aggressively at all over towards the Radiant space. Now you're seeing an Assault Cuirass picked up by this Anti-Mage. He didn't go for the Abyssal. He wants minus armor. He wants to tank himself up, but also reduce the armor across onto these dire heroes. A mech. Okay, so pretty much there by that one. What do we see here? Cheese on Chikiro, Aegis on the Venge. Stuff, good stuff. Well, Winter G Small Sun, he'd love to be level 16. I think you just try and get yourself to level 16 as the Witch Doctor, but I don't know if you've got enough time. The rest of your team, they're budding to push. With this Roshan take, it's Blossom time now. You've basically hit your final peak. This is where you say, win the game, or we stall the game and probably lose in 10 minutes.
We get this group up going here.
56 seconds until Black Hole. Got everything else though to Fnatic. Vacuum Static Storm.
Man, that is risky.
Gets the Liquid Fire Glimpse back into the field. Force Staff gets him over and out of that trap. They're also pushing in mid and top though. Sam H doing a great job shoving this lane out. TP in 15 though. So Fnatic do contest and commit in the next 10 seconds or so. It's not going to be really great for TNC as he cannot jump into fight. But Mushi's dealing with these waves and pushing them out. Not just the creep wave coming in though mid lane. It's the big black dragon. So got this ancient Thunderhide shoving this in as well. So Mushi, without the Battle Fury, he actually doesn't do an amazing job clearing out these creeps.
Yeah, I gotta say, I feel like after the Yasha, at some point it seems like maybe the Battle Fury, like even if it was after the Manta, we've definitely come to the point where it seems like it would have been worth it.
Manta he needed for the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, it's understandable there.
And it's honestly kind of surprising he's farmed this well without Battle Fury, right?
Yeah.
Because...
Oh, imagine how far he'd be with it.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Well, Sam H getting jumped on by Mushi. There's no quelling. Oh, imagine if he had Battle Fury here. He'd cut through the Sprout yet another time, but now they know Anti-Mage is top. The Black Hole comes through and catches the three of them with a vacuum back of the Death One is down. Yeah, Winter G also trying his best, trying his damnedest to keep his team alive. But they've lost the Jakira before he can pop the cheese. Raven at least will have his Aegis to get himself back up and running, and they're still continuing to fight through this. Mushi rejoins the fight, but now BKB's through. There's no Hex, there's no control. The Mana Void kills off the Witch Doctor, and Raven left to his own devices, bailing out and running away. Don't think there's any escape from Mushi.
Certainly doesn't look that way.
Slowly but surely. He didn't get any bash procs there, actually. He'll get a bash proc on his last hit. Like, legit. Oh, mind then. No racks taken. High ground defense was capable and decently executed by
They're
Fnatic.
sending the courier for the extraction mission, but the Radiant courier gets there first. Bad.
For the gem.
Yeah.
I don't know, are they?
Oh, it kind of looked like it, but perhaps not anymore.
Where is this going? Doing, Mr. Bulldog? At some point, you've got to realize that gem isn't there.
Yeah, I think they gave up.
Mushi, he's got his Abyssal Blades all done and done, with buyback still up and running as well. Net, not looking at an Aghanim Scepter on Disruptor. He's reasonably poor, grand scheme of things this game, but this is something that we see from Fnatic, right? They don't spread their farm that fairly or that evenly.
Yeah.
A lot of their farm goes on Mushi. He likes to be fat. He likes to have all these juicy items. A blink away, mid one. When did he pick that one up? Oh, regardless, the BKB from Sam H realizes he's put himself into a really nasty predicament. Another BKB charge expended by him. How are we looking overall? 7,500, getting up to 10k here for Fnatic net worth. And it's always been their game for experience. 15k, as we're actually seeing the majority of them hit level 16. The only one is, of course, the Disruptor, lowly Disruptor. Lacking in the levels, but it's fine. Doesn't need his level 3 ultimate. It's not that big. Doesn't make a massive difference. Then the tides have turned, the swing back from TNC, who take ages, start pushing high ground. It's now Fnatic's turn. They know they're still stronger. They have the itemization they need. And they've got these heroes that are nigh on unkillable. Between Dox here and Enigma. But they've also got the backup, right? They've got this black hole in 15 seconds. If they push high ground at TNC commit, the commitment has to be so clean and so spread that there's no chance of like a 2-3 man black hole to give DJ that chance to just win the team fight outright for his team. But then you factor in the vacuum, you factor in this glimpse back from net as well. There are just so many ways to bait and switch here for Fnatic to catch TNC out.
And the other thing is, we already talked about, they essentially have to commit every bit of control just to try and kill Mushi. And, Sam, he has the damage. He's got the Moon Shard, he's got the Orchid, he's got the Deso. Like, he right-clicks like a monster, but if every single part of your control element goes onto Mushi, we are still at the point where the rest of the team, they have some items. And even if it's just the Pugna and, like, the Darkseer left, they can still take buildings. That is one of the benefits that you're still going to be getting from mid one here. The racks don't get any tougher as the game goes forward.
True. Building taker. Now, have you pointed out the refresher on Darkseer?
Yeah, he just picked that up like well, I didn't point it out, but yeah, it was about 2 minutes ago, and his man, Ohio is farming so fast. He literally just picked that up, and he was like broke, so crazy amount of farm coming out on here, but Ohio already proven himself, and it's the same thing. Like before the Blink Dagger, he was hitting some pretty good vacuum walls, so now I'm gonna have the double one coming up here. And that just makes it, again, so hard for Winter, right? Like, it's just one more element that he's trying to avoid. There's no way he's ever getting up towards any sort of a BKB.
What's he up to?
He had the courier up on the high ground with the gem, trying to find any wards.
Looking for these sneaky high ground wards. Oh, yeah. I guess so. And they've also got themselves an uphill ward here, just near their naked racks. Knowing that Fnatic, they're going to move themselves in soon. And they've got a low ground ward ready as well, down on the little plateau. The wave clear TNC have, it's not an easy proposition. Shoving up. They need to reset all these lanes, get them across the river at the very least. Ideally, get all 3 lanes towards these tier 3s in the racks anyway. And then kind of spread your efforts. The anti-mage can go and split push 1 lane and then blink back into the team fight if it's needed. The rest of the team, they concert their efforts down 1 lane as 4. They've got nothing to lose as time goes on.
Now, though.
Does he?
Yeah, that makes it even harder. Oh, a Cyclone! Okay, mine is paying off, guys.
Double Hex onto AM. Just wondering though if the anti-mage is the necessary target they need to go for. Like obviously if they find AM and they...
Not as he was, you're right.
Like if they find AM and they catch him, it's like Hex, stun, nuke, damage, Hex, kill. But in team fights, it's more like where's the Darkseer, where's the Enigma, where's the Disruptor, oh shit, there's an anti-mage, oh yeah, forgot about that guy. All these big team fight ultimates really can, offset the thought process that goes into target prioritization when you're looking for one guy and you think, well, anti-mage has close to 30k net worth, he's a monster, he's a beast. But everyone on the team here synergizes so well together that it's not just a one-trick pony, it's not just a one-man show, it's not just a Mushi story. Down to all of these guys synergizing, being cohesive and playing together. The swap through, blink back, BKB pop. They tried the swap into Hex, but it just wasn't happening. Mushi too quick on the fingers. Either that or
That's
TNC
gotta be a
too
mistake,
slow.
though, right? Like, you can just pre-cast it. They had vision on him. Didn't be able to get that off.
A little bit of a misplay. Down a minute and 50 seconds till the big man returns to his cave. Fnatic. Are you really just gonna sit here and wait? I guess they legit have nothing to lose, right?
Yeah, they really don't. Like, there's just no... I mean, you think an AM without a Battle Fury is slow pushing lanes. They really only have Sam H on side of TNC. No one else can really go out anywhere. Your poor Witch Doctor, like, Winter G. Still, oh, he got 16, he did it at Jungle Camp. Alright. Blaze. He just has to avoid the numerous stuns on the side of Fnatic, and maybe they can get this high ground defense, the dream.
I need the Chen to buy him a freaking BKB. Chen has 3,000 gold again. He bought a Hex not long ago.
Did he sell? That is...
No, right? He didn't sell anything. Oh god, back. Are you too far forward? He's dead. Buyback's available here for you, and you know usually as a Chen you're like, well, buyback's not that useful, but this Chen you need him in these team fights. Mech, Hand of God, and that Hex, all incredibly important. All this is Aghanim Scepter is kind of going to waste, not being utilized that fully. They've got one Black Dragon, trying to shove this lane back, but apart from that, full action stations here from Fnatic as they just wander up onto these racks. The Nether Blast, just not just chipping away, it's demolishing these buildings. Over and over again, and the Dragon's dead. Kiro's brother, Blink Vacuum Wall, the BKBs are there, but the Black Hole is on top of 3 of them again. DJ and Ohio pair up beautifully once more as Teehee dropping low, but the double wall, down and out they go. 3 gone, the buyback from the Chen and the Vengeful Spirit is going to be too late. The Raven Vengeful Spirit just being drained out and sucked off in their own base. And Mushi, BKB, see you buddies, I'm out, I'm going to take your buildings, racks are mine. Fnatic. It's so surreal the way they go from, you know, winning the game, losing the game, things are balanced, things are even, and then there's just that one flick of the switch and the game's over.
And Ohio and DJ just played out of their minds this game though. Like, Mushi gets a lot of the credit for sure. But the backbone of this team fight wombo combo they had, they executed so well in those high ground defenses, as well as when they smoked up towards the Roche pit.
Enigma bought a refresher, but he's dead, so he can't use it. How sad, how sad. GG's called! TNC, they played their hearts out. They give it a good shot. Chen Midas. It's a thing. Didn't look bad this game. It just didn't win.
Sometimes we kind of talked about it, but they itemized as if they were high ground the entire time. Like, you were just pushing up the hill, but they could just never get back to it. And even without a Battle Fury on Nanny Mage, they just, I don't know, they couldn't get that quite right positioning. When they finally did, it's also walking into a Darkseer, a Disruptor, and an Enigma. Can you find any sort of a pickoff when they're just sitting up on the high ground, the cover of the Nether Ward? There were just so many of these like walls that you had to pass through almost perfectly and solve the puzzles of how to actually get on that high ground. They just couldn't quite get it done.
Well, that's it for today. That's it for today. We don't have any other games today from WePlay, but tomorrow...
We do in the Americas.
Oh, sorry. I misspoke. We do. We've got 3 Americas games tonight.
Yeah, someone might be covering those.
Lava Down Under's covered.
And me.
And you. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Hello, Thanks. Well, we've got America's games tonight. 3 best ones. It was E-Wolves, Archon, E-Wolves. Those lands are all playing up. Tomorrow, MVP going to play Fnatic. Redemption going to give it a crack as well. 4 Southeast Asian best of ones, 2 European, and 1 America's game tomorrow for WePlay, starting at midday, not 2 p.m. Midday CET, so that's 7 p.m. Singapore time. So make sure you're ready for those ones. As myself and Moppax say goodbye, good afternoon, and good evening. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be back. Moppax will be back later on tonight in, 8 hours? 7.5 hours? 11:30 p.m. CET is when we start back up with WePlay, but I'll be back on Wednesday. Southeast Asian games, and Cap is covering all the games tomorrow, I believe, for WePlay Season 3. But on that note, bye. See you guys later.